This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network. I'm Tim Daniel. I've been a lifelong Cincinnati Reds fan. I've been podcasting about the Reds for 5 years of publications such as Late Night Reds and the Riverfront. I want to thank you all for joining me on this Wednesday night as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds avoiding a sweep against the Boston Red Sox with an 8-4 victory on Wednesday night. If you are just checking my show out for the first time, welcome. I am so happy to have you here. Be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube at Locked On Reds and hit that notification button so you can not only get my show after each and every game, but you can get Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. If you can't follow along with us on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe to us on your podcast app of choice. Today's episode is brought to you by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. On tonight's show, Christian Encarnacion-Slam. I don't know if that ball's landed yet in Fenway, but it was awesome to see a CES Grand Slam tonight. We're going to talk about that. Matt McLain, his big day, not just at the plate, but maybe the defensive play of the game. We're going to talk about that as well. And Nick Martinez had a nice little gutsy performance today where he pitched really well, and the Reds had a little struggles, but he still found a way to take care of business. And I'm going to talk about Sam Moll at some point too, because I do got to mention, since we only have to do one show today, I got to talk a little bit about the first game as well. And obviously, yes, Makita says it here. We're all hoping Spencer Steer's okay. Will's talking about it. Monster Grand Slam. Rumor has it the International Space Station just saw CES's homer pass by. Was Katy Perry on that flight? Sorry, that joke's probably dated at this point, but I don't know any better. Let's go ahead and get the show started before this gets out of control, shall we?
This is what you'll be talking about.
Oh boy. So this is the time where all the guys I've been really difficult towards now for a few weeks are all of a sudden making big moments happen, right? We've got Nick Lodolo had a really good start after I just was like, man, he's got to get better. And Christian Encarnacion-Strand can be added to that list now. As you know, I've talked a lot about his struggles. I've openly discussed how worried I am about him. I have openly discussed that I don't know how he's going to figure this out. And tonight, he not only figured it out, he hit a ball that went straight to the moon. And it was awesome. The thing that's so funny about CES is he has struggled quite a bit since he came back. Obviously, we all know that. There's no getting around it. But of late, he's hitting a little better. Last 7 games, he's hitting 250. He's got a 417 slugging. As we know, he's not going up there looking to walk. That boy's going up there looking to swing. So he's got 2 walks in his last 30 games. But his hits that he does have when he comes are like huge, right? So let's go ahead and let's discuss the Arizona series, right? All 3 games basically carried the offense. And that's when we kind of thought, oh man, he's back. And then we go to the Yankees, Chase Burns' debut game. I'm there. And he has the 3-run double that ties the game in the 7th. That leads to the Reds going on later on to win the game. And tonight they're down 3-0 in the 7th inning. And he just so happens to put one not just over the green monster, but I'm pretty sure it landed, I don't know, at one of those bars in the Fenway area. What's that place called? It's kind of like their version of the Banks. I don't even know if I'm in the right direction. I've never been to Boston. I've just always seen cool pictures, and I think The Town's one of the best movies ever. But other than that, I mean, that's a story for another time. My point is Christian Encarnacion-Strand brought it. And not just that, the Grand Slam was great. His other hit tonight was really nice too. So just kind of taking over games when they really need him to. And that's going to come in handy at some point. Now, look, also, this is a situation where you also have to think Spencer Steer gets scratched right before the game. CES, all of a sudden, it's like, hey, you're playing first base now today. So that goes into play as well as kind of having that move around. Bob of the order tonight, by the way, between Lux, Strand, and Espinal, a combined 5 hits and 5 RBI. So pretty cool to see. And just consistently Yeah, this is Greg's got a great point here. Every time I'm ready to send CES down, he goes and does something like this and totally redeems himself. I love the Dumb and Dumber reference, by the way. But keeps the Reds from getting swept again. No one's going to sweep the Cincinnati Reds. It feels you can count at least one win in this big Philadelphia series coming up this weekend. Dave's in the house. Dave, hope you're feeling better. It's good to see you, man. So just to kind of see him have that moment was awesome, and just to kind of really see, a good things happen because he's easily a guy that you want to root for. A lot of people do believe he's the first baseman of the future on this team, or so I certainly want him to be. I do still have my worries, but I'm going to definitely celebrate tonight because he definitely deserved to have that moment. And like we said here, everyone's mentioned it. The Cincinnati Reds are the only MLB team that has not been swept this year. And you know that they are aware of that. You know darn well they're aware of that. I'm just going to say one thing here, and this is just this is tongue-in-cheek. This is definitely facetious, so please don't someone go in the YouTube comments and be like, you're comparing different things. Do you remember the Reds were also down 3-0 in Game 7 of the 75 World Series? It was a must-win game when Tony Perez started the action. The Reds are down 3-0 tonight when Christian Encarnacion-Strand hit that grand slam. And John Sadak mentioned it. Cam Miller, everyone's favorite videographer, Cam Miller, had a really cool side-by-side that he put up on X today. You can check him out at Cam Miller Films, where he had a side-by-side of Tony's grand slam and Tony's home run and Christian Encarnacion's grand slam. And that was really cool to see. So I don't think it was, So obviously, awesome moment for CES. Another big hit tonight too. Continues to play good defense where he's at, whether he's at first or third. So he's definitely brought it there. And they were down. They were down 3-0 before he had that play. So really awesome. Just an awesome night for him. And another guy who had a really awesome night is Matt McLain. Not just offensively, but defensively. We're going to get to the conversation about Matt McLain here right after this. Ever wish managing your money felt easier? With Monarch Money, it can. Whether you're growing your savings or planning a big purchase, Monarch puts you in the driver's seat. It's like having your own personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money is more than just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So in addition to managing your money, you're also building wealth. One thing that was really surprising for me when I started using Monarch Money was how much I was spending at Fanatics. I love getting collectibles. I love baseball hats. I love jerseys. I love hoodies. I love signed baseballs. I love trading cards. You name it, I had to have it. And Monarch Money really made me open a lot of my eyes to, I got to get serious and crack down and make sure I get a little bit more picky and choosy with the items I order from Fanatics. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year. Get the suppliers you need from the site made for the skilled trades, Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400 plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Do you need help with an order? Supply House offers expert and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. What a shout out all of our everydayers here on the postcast as we celebrate a huge Reds victory against the Boston Red Sox tonight, 8-4 at Fenway Park. If you're just checking us out for the first time, please be sure to hit that notification button here on YouTube so you can not only get my show after each and every game, but you can get Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked on Reds. Steve's also in the chat tonight, guys. If anyone wants to say hi to Steve, he's out here making some comments here. He made a Matt McLain snarky comment earlier. I see it, you Steve. Just so you know, Steve, I legitimately texted you and said I was on your side with that. So speaking of Matt McLain, while CES's home run was great, Boston still was able to cut that to a 1-run lead to make the deficit 1. And Matt McLain made maybe the biggest play of the game defensively.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Austin Hayes tries to field the ball off the monster, bounces right or to the side of his glove. Matt McLain playing shortstop tonight because Ellie De La Cruz gets to rest his legs and be a designated hitter. Is out basically 12 feet away from the warning track and makes the throw at third to get the runner out. Boston does score there, but that takes the runner out of scoring position and decreases Boston's chance of tying the game. They don't go on to score the rest of the game. The Reds go on to put 3 more runs on in the 8th. So we're going Matt McLain there on that as well. Speaking of Matt McLain, not just defensively, 3 times on base tonight, folks. 2 hits and a walk. And Matt McLain really enjoyed his time with the Big Green Monster these 3 days in Boston. If someone can leave Boston in a good mood, it's Matt McLain, because he had 5 hits in this series. He had 3 RBI in this series. He had his first stolen base in, I don't know, a decade, it feels like, still 13 for 13 on steals in the year, and only struck out once in, 14 plate appearances. Matt McLain's rolling. And today just kept it going, made, the two hits were nice. Obviously, you could tell, he was stranded in scoring position, but that play there defensively just kind of really just felt like it changed everything. It felt like it changed the game. It felt like it took Boston out of the game. Obviously, yeah, we know what happens in the 8th inning. Boston's defense gets a little silly there, and the Reds took full advantage of that as well. But what you're getting from Matt McLain right now, offensively and defensively, is great. I am so happy that Tito's consistently putting him back in the 2 spot every day. That's where he belongs, especially with the fact that TJ Friedl is struggling right now. So it's not just this drop off or where Friedel's struggling, then you go to Espinal, who also, we know how that goes, and then Ellie. Ellie has Matt McLain right in front of him again. That's how it should be. Austin Hayes is going to be fine. I know, look, he's had 21 at-bats since he came back. He's got 4 hits and 21 at-bats. That's going to change. I really think that's going to change. And look, all his hits since he came back are huge. They're humongous. So that's going to be really nice having those 2 ahead of between Ellie. Tyler Stevenson also did 2 hits. I thought, kind of seeing him get his swing again. He had a double in the first game in Boston as well. So he had a nice serious swing in the bat. I think the offense did fine. They couldn't get things going pitching wise. And it wasn't their series, but you find a way to get this one. This one just feels a little different. This one just kind of feels like you're getting your vibes back up. Like, this is a team that easily, when they fell down 3-0, could have just been like, look, we were going to get swept eventually. We got to move on. Let's just get ready for the Phillies. They did not. They said, we got this, and we're going to go out there and take care of business. So Matt McLain kind of spearheading that was humongous. A really awesome day for him, offensively and defensively. Just didn't do quite enough, though he definitely could have deserved it, to be our Locked On Player of the Game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Realistically, it has to be Christian Encarnacion-Strand, right? For the 5 runs in the 7th inning where the Reds take the lead, we're off of his grand slam. They do add another one right after that, so that was really awesome to see. But he's the guy that led the way, man. And he's the one that kind of did it all for this team, especially if they lose earlier in the day. This was his night, and I couldn't be happier for him. I couldn't be happier that the Reds found a way to get this one going. Yeah, Laura calls it right here. Perfect. A momentum starter. Aaron says, if you didn't choose him. I know. I don't want to be a hot takey guy that's like, you guys think I'm going to pick Christian Encarnacion-Strand, but I'm going to bring this guy. Mr. Juan, I like how you're thinking here. Did you see Aroldis pitch against Ellie in the first game today? 100, 101, sat him down. Shoo-wee. We haven't seen someone own Ellie like that in that bat in a very long time. I can't believe he can still do it. I can't believe he's pitched this long in the big leagues, that physical, without having arm problems or elbow problems. He's a machine, man. He's absolutely a machine. Nick Martinez today. Unbelievable. coming off of a near no-hitter Friday in Cincinnati against San Diego, goes out today against the Red Sox, falls down 3-0, and keeps things going. I know he's not going to get registered for a quality start. Not all quality starts are the same, much like all non-quality starts aren't the same either. Today, he has 6 2/3, 4 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, no walks, and a homer that he gives up. Also, to be honest, defense at times tonight didn't do him any favors. Looking at you, TJ Friedel. But he found a way to buckle down. He found a way to get guys out, and he found a way to. They fell down 3-0. I mean, he gives up that home run. I also blame Rhys Hines for that. Let's go ahead and just say this real quick. I don't blame Nick Martinez for that home run as much, even though he was the pitcher. The angle Rhys Hines takes to the ball, like that wall is like 4 feet tall. My guy, come on now. I love Rhys Hines. I think he's got a good future. I think he could end up being a really good big leaguer. At worst, a platoon bat. We got to figure out this right field thing. I get Fenway. You've never played there before. My dog. Not good. Not good. So yes, his defense didn't do him any favors tonight, and he still fought through it. Managed to come out as the winning pitcher tonight. That was pretty awesome. Lawrence says when Marte comes back, will Rhys Hines go back down? I'm going to leave that for Jeff and Steve. I'm sure that'll be the conversation they have on their show either Thursday or Friday this week, but it would not shock me if that's what happens. I would just say that. Real quick touch on the earlier game today. Want to make sure we make mention. Sam Ball came back today, and he was nice. 4 strikeouts in 2 innings, and he had all those young Boston lefty hitters not knowing what was coming. Just took full care of business. This has been pretty nice to see. And honestly, I thought today, I mean, they should have won that game. I'm not gonna be too mad at them. I do get annoyed that Lyon Richardson is pitching in the situation he's pitching in that game, but I'm not going to go and throw things. But Sam Ball, definitely awesome. Spencer Steer hits a home run over the Green Monster. Well, yeah, it landed on the Green Monster, I guess I should say, before he gets hurt. Hopefully the hand is nothing serious, but they're already saying that it's like changing colors and swelling. So Steve, our medical guy, if you're still in the chat, can you give us a thumbs up or thumbs down your thoughts on Spencer Steer there, since we rely on you for these type of things, please? That would be definitely appreciated as we wrap up the show here. But regardless, guys, they find a way to get one in this series. They find a way to not get swept, and they can head to Philadelphia for the 4th of July on a high note. As your Cincinnati Reds are victors tonight at Fenway Park, 8 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. The Red Sox, 4 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Your winning pitcher tonight is Nick Martinez. He is now 6-8 with a 4.20 ERA. Your losing pitcher is not working for me right now. Okay, great. Jeez, it's Greg Weissert. He is now 2-3 with a 3.46 earned run average as well. And Friday, let's remember, it is 4th of July. The Cincinnati Reds are playing in Philadelphia. What a place to spend your 4th of July. Yeah. Steve, I'd also bet that Ellie and Matt McLain don't play tomorrow either. What do you think? Sorry, buddy, I had to. The Cincinnati Reds head to Philadelphia for game 1 of the 3-game set this weekend on the 4th of July on Friday. First pitch at 1:05 Eastern. Andrew Abbott takes the hill for the Redlegs. He is 7-1 with a 1.79 ERA. He will be going against Jesus Luzardo, who is 7-4 with a 4.06 ERA. I will be here 4th of July. I will not be getting time and a half, but that's okay. I'd rather spend my 4th of July with you guys than watching fireworks anyway. But I'm Tim Daniel. Thank you all so much for spending some time with me tonight. Be sure to check out Jeff and Steve also later on with Locked On Reds, as we're going to talk about this game and get you ready for the Phillies series and what's going to happen with Noelvi Marte. Also, a really good episode today if you want to kind of get some insight into what they could potentially be doing for the draft. Everyone, have a great Wednesday. Enjoy your Thursday with the day off. I will see you all Friday afternoon. Go Redlegs.